I've recently made a few changes to my Neo 65, namely to the keycaps and the switches. Did these changes manage to make the board any better? Watch the rest of this video to find out. Hey guys, what's up? It's Tofu, and a few months ago, I built my Neo 65 and it was extremely yellow. Reason being, well, I just really love the color yellow. Of course, I bought the yellow chassis, I had Gatoron Phantom yellow switches inside of it, as well as some keycaps that had really nice yellow accents on it. You can check out that video up here in the corner. However, after using the board for a little bit, I just found that the typing experience was just not quite up to snuff. First of all, the Gatoron Phantom yellows are just extremely mid, not standing out in their sound or their feel in any particular way. As for the keycaps, although I've been using them for a while, all the way back in 2020 since I've had the Q1, they have an OEM profile which I find a little bit uncomfortable and slows me down a little bit when I'm typing. So I went and searched for some alternative switches and keycaps, and here's what I found. Starting off with the switches, I went with the Haimu Midnights. I got them off of a website called Spike Keys, and included in the package, I got a really swaggy bag and a really swaggy sticker. Anyways, the switches themselves were $2 for 10 pieces, and in total, I paid $20 for 100 pieces. Although you can't find them on Spike Keys anymore, I'll put a link in the description on where you can get these switches if you want them. They're basically a carbon copy of the very popular Uche Studio Mirandis, being made by the same manufacturer, having the same specs as well as a double-stage spring, and having that RGB window. Really, the main differences are the price, with the Mirandis being slightly more expensive, and the color, which shouldn't really matter unless you're really looking at your switches or have transparent keycaps. On the topic of keycaps, the set that I went with was a cheap white Japanese set off of AliExpress, which I'll go into detail right after the sound test, and a quick reminder for you guys to like and subscribe to the channel. Alright, enjoy. The board in this configuration sounds much cleaner than it did with the Gatoron Phantom Yellows that I had in them before, with the Haimu Midnights providing a gratifying, pronounced bottom-out noise and a premium, silky smooth linear keystroke. The keycaps also feel and look pretty good for the $10 that I paid for them. So, would I recommend these items? If you can find the Haimu Midnights for about the same price that I did, then I would definitely spring for them. The typing experience on them is, in my opinion, one of the best that you can get in terms of linear switches. On a side note, I just really love how the RGB window looks without any of the keycaps on it. Like, oh my goodness guys, it's just so mesmerizing. As for the keycaps, if you aren't looking too closely, then for $10 they for sure work, but there are just a few things that I should let you know about. The delete key actually says Delele, which is just cheap Chinese manufacturing going a little delulu, and from numbers 3 to 9 and 0, there seems to be double printing on the Japanese characters. If I'm going to be even more nitpicky, then the lighting from the keyboard shines through these keycaps since they're so thin in the dark, but it doesn't really affect me too much since I usually work in a lit environment anyways. If you can live with these trade-offs, then I would say that they're adequate enough, and for me, they function as a basic and clean set of keycaps for now. Overall, I'm pretty happy with these inexpensive changes that I made to my Neo 65 with the Haimu Midnights and these white keycaps. So yeah, thanks for tuning in guys, and until next time, have a great day, and peace.